Now we are going to discuss about how to create a search campaign. So click on the campaigns, click on the plus sign, go for the new campaign. So once you click on the new campaign, you get a lot of objectives over there. So we'll study the objectives as well. Sales is for, let's say you want to drive sales online, in app, by phone or in store. If you're looking for a sales, you can go for a sales objective. You're looking for a lead generation, leads. You're looking for conversions, you can go for leads. You're looking for website traffic, you want a huge traffic on your website, you want like people should visit to your website, then you can go for website traffic. Product and brand consideration, this is for people who really want to let's say encourage people to explore a product or services, they can go for this. And last option is I would say brand awareness and reach. If you're looking for, let's say a brand is completely new or you're looking to launch a new product, then you can go for brand awareness or a reach. Or specifically you're looking out to reach out to a broad audience and build awareness, then you can go for this objective. Last one is specifically for app promotion. If you're looking that if you have any app and you want more installs and interactions within your app, then you can go for app promotions. So these are the 6 objectives, you can go for it. And later on you can choose any one of the objective. For example, let's say I'm going for sales objective. So I have different campaign types over here: search, display, shopping, video, smart, and discovery. You can choose any one of it and you can start on your campaign. So now we are going to discuss about search campaign. So once I click on search campaign, you can choose the ways how you would like to reach the goal. Once you select the goal, website visit, phone call, store visit, or app downloads, you can visit any one of the goal. You can choose any one of the goal, or you can directly go for continue. So now moving forward, you can see over here, the type is search campaign, goal is sales. Very first thing is your campaign name. Over here, you can choose the campaign name. This is completely for your understanding, for your reference. You can give whatever campaign name you want to give. Let's say again, already over here, it's given like sales search one. You can give anything. Let's say I'm working for Amazon, so I can give okay sales search Amazon over here. Then you have networks. So basically, where do you want to show your ads? So I can see over here there are two type of networks here: search network and display network. So when I choose search network, so what does it indicate that my ad would be shown on search engine, that is Google, and its other search engine partners as well. So when I say other search engine partners, there are some partner search engines of Google over there as well. My ad would be shown. Second network is display network. So in display network is all about collection of all the partnered websites, videos, and apps across the internet. There is a network of 2 million websites. So if you want to show your ads on different websites as well in the text format, then you can choose the display network as well. So these are the two networks. I can, if I scroll down, I can see one option over here, show more settings. If I click on this, next option is start and end date. Over here, you can give the start and end date of your campaign. So this is a start date. If you want to give an end date, select this and choose the date over here. Next option is campaign URL options. So we'll study about this in a different video. Campaign URL options. And the next one is your dynamic search ad settings. Again, for DSA, we'll be learning this in a separate video. Moving forward, it goes to targeting and audiences. Over here, very first thing while targeting, over here is location. So this is specifically for choosing the location, like where do you want to show your ads. Either you can go for all countries and territories, you can choose your country, or you can specifically enter the location. For example, let's say I can enter location over here, Pune. So when I select Pune, I can see over here Pune, Maharashtra, India city. This is the, let's say, approximate reach, estimate reach. I can target that. I can even exclude it. Okay. For example, let's say if I want to target, I can select target over here. In this way, I can target multiple cities over here. For example, let's say sometimes your city might not appear over here, then you can target through pin code as well. So for example, let's say 560029. So you can target with pin code as well. It's a Karnataka pin code and you can target. So in this way, you can do a location targeting. Next thing is your location options. Over here, what you can see is there are 3 options in target people in. For example, let's say I've selected the location Pune. So people in Pune or who show interest in Pune, your target locations would be there. Like ad would be shown to those people, people who are living in Pune and people who show interest in Pune. So when I say who show interest in Pune, what does it mean? That people who are at other places, for example, people who are living in Bangalore, but they're looking for a product in Pune, then what does it mean? That that person is showing interest in the location, that is Pune. So you can, this is completely depend upon your business how to do this. You know what to choose. Either you can go for either only people in your regularly in your target locations, or you can choose people searching for your targeted locations. I would recommend to go with people in or who show interest in your target locations. But again, it depends upon the completely upon your business. You can choose your, let's say, relevant option. In the same way, it is applicable for exclude as well. Moving forward, it comes to your language targeting. So language targeting by default is English. Usually we keep it English only. But if you're running ads in some regional areas, you can choose a language over here. You can choose any other language as well. You can choose multiple languages as well. Next thing is your audience. So, okay, let me go back to language targeting. What does it mean that your ad would be in English? No, no, no. People who know English, who know that this language, we are targeting those people. So don't misunderstand this. Okay, this is a language of your ad. No, people who speak this language, we are targeting those people. Then moving forward, next thing is your audience targeting. So now what do you understand by audience targeting? Audience targeting, we have three options over here: search, ideas, browse. I click on browse. Over here again I have five options: who they are, what their interests and habits are, what they're actively researching or planning, how they have interacted with your business, and combined audiences. The last two audiences are relevant to the remarketing, so I'll skip this as of now. We'll study the first three audiences. Very first thing is who they are. So when I click on this, I get more options over here: parental status, marital status, education, home ownership status. Basically, I can target people on these categories. For example, let's say under parental status, I can target people who are, let's say, parents of infants 0 to 1 years, parents of toddlers 1 to 3 years. But let's say I'm the owner of business of, let's say, baby products. In this way, I can target these parents getting it. Then I have marital status, people who are married or unmarried. Then education. So under education as well, you can target people through their degrees, and then home ownership status. So these are the options under your demographics. Moving forward, audience number two is your affinity and custom affinity audience, like what the interests or habits are. Basically, we have the next one is an in-market audience. Usually, these two type of audiences, in-market audience, I call it as a short-term audience, and affinity audience, I'll call it as a long-term audience. So first, let's talk about short-term audience, in-market audience. Basically, these are the people who are actively or researching or planning to purchase that product. Now you would be thinking how Google know we are planning to buy something, because when you want to buy something, you go on Google and you search the same product. In this way, Google come to know, okay, you're planning or researching or thinking, or let's say no researching about to actively researching about to purchase this product. In this way, they will sort you out in the separate categories. For example, if you're looking to purchase automobile or a vehicle something, so they'll come to know, okay, they're looking for motor vehicles. Under motorcycles, you're looking for new, used one, or any specifically any brand also you're going to target. You can see over here. So specifically, you can see all the brands over here. So people are looking to buy Honda hot automobiles, and everything will come to know. In this way, you can target them so that the right person can see your ad. So this is your in-market audience. Next one is your affinity, which I always use the term as a long-term audience. Why I use long-term? Because interests and habits are not for, let's say, short period of time. Interests and habits stick to us for a long time for our life. Let's say for a long time. For example, if I have a habit of, let's say, playing cricket, like a hobby, so that hobby would be there for me as a long time. So I would prefer this thing as a long term audience. So basically, this is all about their behavior and their interest, what they do in their daily life. On that basis, this audience has been targeted. For example, let's say I'll take an example of food and dining. So people who usually let's say coffee shop regulars, they usually prefer to go on coffee shop. I can target those people who are fast food cravers. I can target those people. Again, in beauty and wellness, I can see people who are frequently visit salons. Now you would be thinking how Google comes to know if you frequently visit salons, because visually everything is tracked by Google. We use multiple tools of Google like Google Maps, Google Drive, Gmail, our Google, let's say other tools are like, Google Sheets, all these tools, Google Play Store, Google search engine, all these tools when we use, whatever we do with these tools, when we search something, everything is, let's say, tracked by Google. And by this thing, they'll come to know, okay, this person is performing this activity, and they'll sort out those, they'll sort you out in different categories. So when you visit saloons frequently through Google Map and through GPS, they'll come to know, okay, you visit the same place again and again, and you frequently visit saloons, so they'll come to know. Again, let's talk about now media and entertainment. Over here you can see who are book lovers, who are gamers. Under gamers you have specific like action game, racing game, driving game, all these things are there. So this kind of what, let's say, amazing targeting you can do in Google, and this is nothing but all about your audience targeting. This will help you out to target to the right audience. Moving forward, next one is your budget and bidding. So let me talk about budget. Budget over here is given as a daily budget. For example, if I give a budget over here 100 rupees, and if I schedule an ad for 1 month, so let's say consider 1 month 30 days, so they will charge me 3000 rupees. But on daily basis, they'll charge me how much? 100 rupees. But you have to understand one thing over here. They have clearly mentioned average you want to spend each day. So I'm giving over here 100 rupees as an average. So there might be scenarios, some days your ad is not performing good. People are not searching for your product and ad is not performing. Then you might spend only 50 rupees, 40 rupees or 10 rupees as well. But sometimes there's a huge traffic. Let's say for during the weekends, there's a huge traffic and people are looking for your product. So at that time, your budget should not restrict to show them ads. So basically at that time, they might charge you 150, 160, 180 as well. So that's what they have clearly mentioned over here. Sometimes they charge me low, less than 100. Sometimes they can charge me more than 100, but they'll make sure that average is maintained 100 and you don't get charged more than 3000 rupees after 1 month. So this internal, let's say, up and down would be there in the daily charging amount. Sometimes they can charge you less, sometimes they can charge you more, but they'll make sure you don't spend a single penny more than your budget, what you have decided. This is about your average daily budget. Next thing is a bidding. So bidding I've already explained in a different video. Next thing, if I go for show more settings, and you can see over here, this is conversion tracking. If you are looking for conversion tracking, as I've explained in the other video. So if you're looking for conversion tracking, you can choose the option over here of conversion tracking. Ad schedule in a specific day. If you want to schedule an ad, for example, let's say I'm running an ad for 10 days, and for 10 days I don't want to show my ads during night time after 12 o'clock till morning 6 o'clock. Then you can target this thing over here. You can say that, okay, show my ads after 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock. Again, evening, show my ads from 6 o'clock evening to 12 o'clock in the night. This kind of scheduling you can do over here. You can see over here, I can target through days as well. Then moving forward, ad rotation. So as one ad group will have multiple ads, so how did you want, like Google should show ads to your customers. For example, one ad group will have 3 ads, so they can't show all the 3 ads to the one person, right? So which one to choose? So we always prefer the first option, optimize prefer best performing ads. So go with the first one, the ads which are performing good, which are more relevant to the person what they're looking for, show them that ad. Ad extensions in the separate video I've already explained. So ad extensions are nothing but giving extra information to your ad copy. Once this is done, so as of now I can just give a random budget over here. That's already given. So moving forward, then I'll go for save and continue. Okay, so you can see the campaign settings is done. Now you have entered to ad group level. Once you enter to the ad group level, you can see your option over here, ad group name. Same as the campaign name, this ad group name is for your understanding. You can give a different ad group name completely for your understanding, for your reference. You can give a different ad group name over here. And then you get a space over here to write your keywords. As I've explained you about the keyword matches, so over here you can write the keywords. Make sure one line, one keyword you have to enter. For example, let's say I have to give the phrase match. I can write over here digital marketing courses. Make sure don't make the spelling mistake. Keyword will be changed. Again, if I have to give any other keyword, I can give any other keyword. For example, I have to give now broad match modifier. I can give over here, for example, let's say digital marketing training. In this way, you can give multiple keywords over here. Usually we give 5 to 7 keywords in one ad group, and you can create multiple ad groups as well. You can see at the bottom over here, it's completely explained over here, like this is a broad match, no symbol, broad match, modifier plus symbol, phrase match, double inverted commas, and exact match, square brackets. If you want to take any help of keywords, you can use this keyword planner as well. Enter the website, enter your product or service. For example, let's say I'll enter any product or service, digital marketing courses. So in digital marketing courses, you can see these are the keywords which are relevant to this thing and relevant to this keyword, which are currently people what are they using right now. If you want to add this keyword, just click on the plus sign. It would be added automatically. Then you can apply any other rule if you want to apply like phrase match or broad match, modify anything. In this way, you can create multiple ad groups. If you want to create a multiple ad group, click on the new ad group and again give the keywords. In this way, you can create multiple ad groups for multiple products or services. Once this is done, you can go for save and continue. Now you have moved down to an ad level. So in ad level, you have two type of ads, text ads and responsive search ads. In text ads, now there's a rule for every ad group you have to create at least 3 ads, minimum 3 ads. Usually we prefer 3 to 5 ads so that we give a chance to Google to basically create a competition between the ads and show the right ad to the right customer. So now, for example, I'll create the first ad. Very first thing is my final URL. So I'll talk about this later. I'll create about first headline. You can see 3 options over here: headline 1, headline 2, and headline 3. Each headline have a character limit of 30 characters. This is very, very important. Make sure every headline have a character limit of 30 characters. Usually in headline 1, we mention about our product or service. For example, let's say digital marketing course. In headline 2, we prefer to talk about our USP. For example, now we'll talk about, let's say we have a fast track course. So I can write over here fast track course. And third, you can mention about your brand, or you can write more about your USP. You can write about your brand over here. So it makes easy for the user to identify, okay, from which brand the ad has been shown. So Learn Digital Academy. In this, we can see over here, it's completely visible how your headlines would appear. Then you can give display path. So in display path, by the name, you can understand like this path is only for getting displayed. There is no other role of this display path. Getting it? So I can use keywords over here. Let's say digital marketing. This is not your URL. This is just your display path. This will help for the user to understand like what we're talking about. What this web page, when you click on this link and this will go to a web page. So what that web page will talk about digital marketing. So display path will just get displayed over here. You can see over here. It will just get displayed over here. Nothing else. Can give description. There are 2 descriptions. Can give descriptions. Each description is of 90 characters. And the very important thing is your final URL. So what do you understand by final URL? So you can give your website URL, your landing page URL over here. So whenever the person will click on this headline, they'll go to your final URL. I hope this makes sense. So final URL is nothing but your landing page URL, destination URL. When they click on their ad, they go to your final URL. They don't go to your display path URL. Display path URL is just for getting displayed. That's all. Usually you can see over here, if I search for digital marketing courses in Bangalore, then you can see, or I will remove Bangalore digital marketing courses. Then I can see over here, the very first thing what you can see over here, this is nothing but your display URL. And this is your headline number one, headline number two, separated by a pipeline. Then this is your description, and these are your ad extensions. I hope this makes sense. You can create three ad copies, three to more than three, but three is compulsory. Once this is done, click on done and create a next ad. In this way, you can create 3 to 5 ads and you can run a campaign. Now, there's one more type, responsive search ads. Now, what do you understand by responsive search ads? For example, I'll just go for responsive search ad and I'll show you. Yeah. So now you can see over here in responsive search ads. Over here, I have an option to give multiple headlines. You can see over here, I can give 15 headlines over here. I can give 4 descriptions over here. Okay, 15 headlines, 4 descriptions, give only one final URL and one display URL. Now, basically, how does responsive search ads works? Based on the search query of the person, Google will decide the appropriate headline, appropriate description, and ad would be shown to the customer or the user. This is more, let's say, innovative by Google. It is completely done by automation. So you have to give multiple headlines. You can give 15 headlines, 4 descriptions, one final URL, and one display URL. Based on the search query, Google will decide all these things and they'll show the ads accordingly. If you are not sure how to create a headlines and everything, you can still get an idea from here. For example, you want to check like how do you want to create headlines. For example, you have a product or service, so you can mention in this way. These are the examples. Like, what does your business offer? Bouquets from local growers, certified pre-owned cars, web hosting plans. In same way, we have best digital marketing course. If you want people should click on it, you want people should take action, then you can go for book your hotel now, schedule a test drive today, compare over 100 great offers. So these are some examples what they've given, and with this help, you can decide the best headline for your business. Once this is done, you can go for save and continue, and your ad would be created and your campaign would be live. So this is how I've given the basic scenario how you can run your search campaign. So I hope this makes sense. Probably in the next campaign, we will be looking for the display ads.